Hey guys, it's me Chota King and welcome back to another GTA Online video, and in this one we are gonna buy and customize the Lampadati Komoda, which you can see right here. So let's go ahead and read its description before we can purchase it. So this says it's a German style sedan with none of the reliability, an Italian car with none of the flair, luxurious and mundane, exciting and banal, sporty and lame. Never make another decision again. The Lampadati Komoda is a high-performance luxury vehicle for the executive who wants to have it all and nothing at the same time. So this car was for $1.275 million, which was also a trade price. So I think the trade price cuts off about 300,000 or more or less. So now it's on sale and I'm getting it just about under $1 million. So let's go ahead and orange this. And order this in orange. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and order this. So it will be here shortly, so we can continue our video when our car is delivered. So yeah guys, our Lampadati Komoda has been delivered to the garage. So this looks pretty nice, and we are now just gonna go ahead and take this out and take this to the LS custom shop. Alright, so yeah guys, we just exited our arcade garage, so we can now just take a quick test drive before we can take this vehicle to the LS custom shop. So it's somehow funny but awesome that from this DLC even the stock cars look so cool. Oh man, that's a bad start. But as I was saying, the stock cars even look cool themselves, and they are like complete in terms of exterior work or body parts. So let's take the longer route, and I noticed that the driving and controlling of this car is pretty smooth, and it is actually pretty quick. And I have driven this vehicle in the one of the prep missions I did. I selected this car so I could unlock the trade price. So yeah guys, now we are just gonna enter the LS custom shop and see what sort of modifications we have for this vehicle. I'm sure the modification for this car is going to be awesome, because the versions I drove were pretty nicely customized. So let's go ahead and skip the armor. We're gonna apply the brakes. So let's just do all the performance upgrades first. So we have engine, turbo, transmission, and then suspension. Wow, the suspension of this car is also pretty awesome. So with those out of the way, let's go ahead and see what bumper options do we have for this vehicle. So we have front bumpers right here. So this is the stock bumper. Then we have the primary extended splitter, secondary extended splitter, carbon extended splitter. Then we have primary street splitter. I think this one is much better. It's more compact. So this is the primary street splitter. Same thing in secondary and then carbon. And then we have the prim bolt-on street spoiler. I'm not a fan of this one. It's too much of a sporty look. So this is in primary color. I guess this is secondary. This is the same thing in carbon. and then we have the prime bolt-on race splitter, same thing in secondary and then in carbon. So we are gonna go ahead and let's actually skip these and come back later after we are done with the respray. So here are the rear bumper options. We have the stock rear bumper, we have the stock bumper with fins, then we have the carbon stock bumper with fins, and then we have the street bumper with fins, then we have the carbon street bumper with fins. So this is gonna remain stock, I'm sure of that. So let's go ahead and jump into the exhaust options. Alright, so we have the stock exhaust, then we have the oval exhausts. Wow, these look pretty cool actually. And then we have the dual round exhausts, then we have the same thing with the split oval exhaust, like this are the normal ones, and then we have the splitting or the splitters in between, and then we have the quad squared exhausts. So all of these are pretty cool in my opinion, but I think I like this one the best, but these ones look pretty awesome as well. So I'm just gonna go for this one. Alright, so then we have the hood options. We have the stock hood, secondary stock hood, carbon stock hood, we have the primary street hood, then we have the same thing in secondary and carbon, then we have the twin vented hood, same thing with secondary and carbon, then we have the primary middle intake, same thing in secondary and carbon, and then we have the prim intake vented hood, then we have the same thing with secondary and then carbon, and then we have the prim high performance hood, same thing in secondary and carbon, and that's about it. So we are actually gonna apply this one, the primary street hood. Alright, what other options do we have? We have the mirror options. So we have the stock mirrors, secondary mirrors, and then carbon mirrors. We might be getting the carbon ones later, but that's after when the modification is complete. So now we have mud guards, we have none, we have primary mud guards, we have secondary mud guards, and then we have black rubber mud guards. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be applying these because this isn't a rally vehicle, so yeah, we're gonna skip that for sure. Then we have the roof options. There are a lot of them, actually 12. So we have the stock roof, we have the secondary stock roof, carbon stock roof, then we have a primary roof with vortex fins, same with secondary and carbon. Then we have the primary roof vent. This looks pretty awesome, same thing with secondary and carbon paint. Then we have the primary vent with vortex fins, same thing in secondary and then carbon. So that's about it. So we are just gonna go for the primary roof vent for this one as well. Alright, so now we have the skirt options. We have the stock skirts, primary skirt, secondary skirt, carbon skirt, then we have the primary street skirt. Which one is better out of these? This one or this one? So we have these, same thing with secondary and carbon. Then we have the primary racing skirt, not a fan of this, same thing in secondary and carbon. And then we have the primary sports skirt. This one is a little better, but I'm not gonna go for these. So we have same thing with secondary and carbon again, and then we have the primary competition skirt, same thing in secondary and carbon again. And then we have the, whoa, this one is crazy, this skirt option is crazy, but I'm not gonna apply this one. This is called the primary rigid skirt. Same thing in secondary and carbon. So that's about it, guys. So we have two options to select from: primary skirt and street primary skirt. I'm not sure, I can't see much. Yeah, it's just a bit more extended, so we're gonna just go with the primary skirt options. Now we have the spoiler options. We have none. Then we have the prim small lip spoiler. Same thing in secondary and carbon. Then we have the short lip spoiler. Then we have the secondary. Oh, prim means primary. Primary short lip spoiler, secondary short lip spoiler, carbon short lip spoiler. Then we have the extended spoiler. Same thing with secondary and carbon. Then we have the bolt-ons lip spoiler. This looks ugly on this car. I'm sure not a lot of people are gonna get that. We have the ducktail spoiler. Same thing in primary and carbon. Then we have the bolt-on ducktail spoiler. Not interested in this again. So we have three options again: primary, secondary and carbon. Then we have the primary race spoiler. Same thing with secondary and the carbon. And then we have the primary GT spoiler. Same thing in secondary color and carbon. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one is a bit too high, so I'm just gonna go with this one. Shall we go for this one or this one? Yeah, we can select this later after I'm done with the respray. So pretty much all the exterior is complete. So let me just quickly respray this vehicle to gray so we can check all the liveries. So be right back. So yeah guys, let's continue with the livery options. So we have none. Then we have the thick white racing stripes. Same thing in black. This is pretty simple and nice. So moving on, we have the Lampadati race stripes in white. We also have the Lampadati manufacturer name on the sides of the vehicle. Then we have the same thing in black. Then we have the Lampadati race livery. This is pretty nice indeed. Moving on, we have the Redwood race livery. This one is pretty nice in my opinion as well. Then we have the Flisa race. Pretty awesome stuff. The livery from Flisa Bank. Then we have the Prolapse livery. Pretty cool, but these liveries are too sporty in my opinion. So let's keep moving on. And then we have the Yograshima livery. This one is pretty interesting indeed. I like this one actually. So we have this livery right here, looks pretty sick. So, and the last one we have the army camo I mean. So this is gonna be a hard selection. I like this one, I like this one, and then I also like the Flisa Bank one. I'm not a fan of these two, Prolapse and Redwood. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the second last one, this one. Alright guys, so this is gonna be our livery selection. So yeah guys, let me just quickly respray this vehicle and then we can continue. So yeah guys, this is our final project. I went for the sea green metallic paint, and then I went for gasoline green as the pearlescent coat, and for the secondary paint I went for black, which is of the roof. And then we also applied some new rims. Which one was these? In the sports category we applied the Urano. So yeah guys, we are safe to exit the LS Custom Shop now, and I also applied the carbon fiber mirrors, also the front bumper, and also the spoiler. So we are pretty much complete from our build. So now we are safe to exit the shop, and let's just do a quick drive, and then we are done with this video. So yeah, this modification on this vehicle is pretty awesome as well, but it reminds me of the modification for that SUV that we have from this DLC. So they both have the similar liveries. That Jeep has the liveries of its left side, and this one has it front to back. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this vehicle, and this vehicle is a pretty handsome looking car, I would say. It's definitely gonna turn some heads when people don't really know which car is this and you own it. So I like that thing with cars, like people don't really give them enough attention, and when some player owns it and drives around in it, they're like, which car is that? I have no idea. Alright, so the traction of this vehicle isn't the best. You can easily spin out, and I don't even know why that would happen. That was pretty normal, like we weren't like trying to drift or anything. I was just trying to turn the vehicle. But oh, this vehicle is pretty wide as well, so you have to be careful while driving this. So yeah guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Do leave a like rating if you did enjoy it, and also comment your suggestions or any ideas or even any requests you have to see, or either in GT Online or even Red Dead Online, or any other game you would like to see. So also do remember to subscribe, because we have reached over 100 subscribers, and I would really appreciate the support if you would go ahead and leave the like rating and also subscribe. And also yeah, tell me your thoughts about this vehicle or any other vehicle that you have tried from this DLC. So I'm really excited for the other cars which are going to be released for this DLC, and stay tuned for videos of that. So yeah guys, I will see you in the next one. Let's just take this vehicle back where it belongs, inside the arcade garage. Then we can call this a video. I'm really satisfied with the customization options with this DLC. You can do a lot of stuff with your cars, and you can go totally a sporty or track level modifications, or you can just keep it simple and classy, or even go with something in the middle of those like I have with this vehicle. So yeah, this vehicle is pretty cool indeed. So is this a sedan? I'm not sure actually. Let's just quickly test that out. I'm sure it is a sedan. No, it's a sports vehicle. So I am not sure of the performance wise of this vehicle, but it's still a cool vehicle to own. But I'm sure you can get a lot quicker and better performance sports cars with the same price tag of I think $1.5 million. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.